Importantly, had wobbled Duran 2 years earlier.
That's terrific record. That is Duran down, believe it or not.
Ultimately winning a decision over the Panamanian. In their rematch for the belt, Roberto hadn't learned from their first encounter. Lightning did strike the same place twice. Nevertheless, Duran was undeterred by his shaky start. In the second round, he landed a compact left, followed up with a flurry, ate a counter, and caught the wave with the lead hand. Followed up with a flurry, ate a counter, and caught the wave with the lead hand. Now defensively responsible, the champion would close the distance, dictating the terms on the inside. Where he stood unmatched. At times, the challenger made his presence known, but Roberto quickly returned the favor. Diligently bombarding every inch.
Watching the fight.
And greedily claiming each exchange. Going into the seventh, Esteban began to falter under the heap of rocks. But surrender was not new vocabulary. Later, he even put the champion on his heels, instigating a scuffle in the phone booth. Duran capitalized on this misplaced audacity.
They love it when you hit the bag. I was going to say that.
And lashed out unanswered blows. In the 11th round, Jesus finally realized the direness of his situation.
She always wanted to be out here with you. Remember.
Avenging his only career blemish, the champion once again proved that although the body might fail, his mind remained unyielding. Following the spirit of the time, Roberto performed almost every month, but only a portion of his bouts in the mid-70s were caught on film. In his 50th outing, the 23-year-old ring veteran put a finishing touch on his image with a trendy hairstyle. The challenger, Ray Lightning Lampkin, kept flashing for 14 rounds. But proved powerless against the champion's stunning bullpen.
If you're taking it, I come back and train.
Okay, you want to?
The soul-snatching hook grounded Ray senseless, embellishing the canvas. He would be hospitalized and stay unconscious for half an hour.
This guy was in the round fight, so at the 14th round, the round knocked him out. Boom, he's in a coma. He's in a fucking shit, fucked up, right? And then everybody decided, and so they ran, he's still, he's in a coma. The possibility he may not live. And they ran, next time I go shit, he won't go to the hospital, he goes to the fucking morgue.
The phrase caught on, adding to the fight's already frightening reputation. However, the public was left unaware of what happened after. Duran went to the hospital and spent the entire night by the bed of his fallen adversary. In 1975, the Hands of Stone were still just as destructive. So the number of victims under the rubble exonerably grew. The slick champion of Mexico, Leoncio Ortiz, dared to break the trend. Holding his ground on the back foot, he intercepted incoming shots. And, thanks to his adamantium chin, dragged Duran into deep waters. But even in the long-gone 15th round, the Panamanian had no desire to leave it to the judges.
27 seconds left. Oh, I got Calgary down to the right.
Drilling Ortiz.
saw Roberta Duran. I said, that's who the fuck I want to be. I said, that's who I want to be. A mean motherfuckers. People scared to look at him. The devil.
Even in the barbaric old school era, Roberta Duran was renowned as the most terrifying slayer of people's homes.
You gotta watch that video, dude.
Populating the canvas
You have to
with
watch that
dozens
video.
of
I just got
soulless
onto that. That Chinese dude eating that burger. You hear it out in the background yelling at
the
somebody else.
opposition.
You can tell, you know it's out. You can tell. You hear his voice.
Forged a path to become the greatest lightweight of the 20th
Yeah, I'm just ready to
century.
beat your ass. You know, see how good
And
sandwich is.
headlined the pivotal confrontations in the history of boxing.
Your last sandwich,
Here
I'll
we
be ready.
delve into the
I'll be
epic
ready to beat
story
your ass
of the
over that
Hands of
sandwich.
Stone.
Your last sandwich, please.
That was crazy, dude. You had a guy in the background talking shit.
That shit was fun, I ain't gonna lie.
From the initial steps and intoxicating triumphs
You had the nerve to put that video up, that's crazy.
to
It's got
resounding
400,000
falls.
views on it.
Yeah, hey, fucking working. You got the views for it.
Yeah.
Why not?
And a surprising
Somebody
renaissance.
Right,
I
right.
still that Chinese video.
Careful, he's not copyrighted.
Yeah, you know you doing this dirty ass.
I know, well.
You know you will. I'm gonna steal anyway. And put it up.
In 1951, amidst the slums of the capital
Put
city
it
of
up, please.
Panama, less than a mile away from the famous canal, Roberta Duran came into the world. In a
Somebody tell
family
my
of 9
W.
children,
Yeah,
acquiring
yeah, the
education was a
reaction's
long
perfect.
shot.
Yeah, we did.
So the boy
The
earned a
reaction
living
to
by
it.
Yeah.
shining shoes on the street. At 12, he first stepped foot in the boxing gym. By the age of 16, Roberto realized that the pugilistic craft was the only way to lift his family out of poverty and jumped into the pro ranks without hesitation. I became a boxer due to the need. We didn't have money to eat. We slept in an entranceway. Being an avid proponent of playing speed chess with fists, he would bulldoze his way to the inside and put a bow on it in quick fashion.
Roberta Duran, one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. Latin fighter, yeah, man. The man of hands of stone, they made a movie
The
about him.
jab served as a bait to
And,
lure
Usher played,
enemies into a Russian
Sugar Ray
roulette
Leonard in that
shootout.
movie. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard the first time, second time he lost. Roberta Duran, one of the greatest fighters ever lived.
Leaping into the thick of
Roberta
things.
Duran, the man of hands of stone. They call him the man of hands of stone. Yeah, impressive boxing record.
The Panamanian dynamo surrendered to savage impulses. And even the battle-hardened opposition of the tough 60s era gradually caved in under the weight of his argument. The ballet of violence usually resulted in one performer knocking on the Shadow Realm's door.
Seconds now of this. The 6th round, missing a lot of shots here because he's fatigued. Good body shot like this. Look at
The worst thing you could do with me was be scared, because I'd smell that fear. In 1972, Roberto ventured to the United States. And he caught the eye of Ray Leonard. By that time, the veteran coach who had brought us 20 world champions had been away from the game for over 10 years. Recognizing the potential in the still green up-and-comer, he decided to come back. In the span of 4 years, Duran fought in 28 bouts,
It's coming up with the courage to
finishing
serve.
24 of them by
It's called,
knockout.
it's
seconds left.
illegal immigrants, if they served in the army
Following
for
yet
2 years,
another
they get their
victory,
paper,
in
their
a burst
benefits
of
and their
emotion, the
citizenship.
local commentator dubbed his
Oh,
fellow
I like that,
countryman
dude.
Manos,
I like that.
DPA,
Why not?
which
Yeah.
translates to
Other countries make
Hands
you
of
for
Stone.
doing for a whole
This
year.
nickname
They die.
would soar thunder
Yeah, right,
around
right.
They
the
give you only
globe.
a 2-year option.
Right.
Plus, they know they're getting ready to go to war. And you know, people that you know help them get.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
In
coming.
the summer of '72,
coming.
the 21-year-old
When
Roberto
we
earned the
ever
shot
thought
of
you
the
was in the
lightweight
United
championship
States
belt.
stage to
The
any-
crown
any-
belonged to the
any-
elusive
any-
Scot,
any-
Ken
any-
Buchanan,
no matter
boasting
where
an
they're from, I don't
impressive
care.
43-1
Anybody
record.
not
He was a
born here,
defensive
right,
side
right.
and
But what I'm
an
saying
avid
is this.
sharpshooter.
When have you ever thought you were going to hear our
The
country,
15-round
our
bout
president
was
say,
scheduled to
hey,
take place in New York at Madison
anybody
Square
that's
Garden.
not born
The
here,
challenger made the
if
best
you
of his
served in our
moments
military
under the
for 2
bright
years,
lights.
read the papers.
For every Panamanian out
When
there,
have you
for my
thought
mother,
you would
I'll
ever
become a
hear
world
that?
champion today. I will knock out Ken Buchanan and his big nose.
That's because we're going to war. That's why. You gotta hope you
Fiercely
get trust me on
determined,
that.
Duran scored a
It's
knockdown 10
happening.
seconds
It will
in.
happen. When have you thought? That's like a modern day draft.
I will ask him about
You
that
feel me?
later.
Yeah.
That's a
However,
that's
the
a
champion
draft
slowed things down
without
with
a
the
draft.
jab.
With his right hand.
That's a draft without saying you
Dodged the
have to
fire
go or
assault
go
in
into prison.
matador fashion
Back in all these days was
and continued to
hell
maneuver
no,
around the
we won't
raging
go.
Panamanian
Hell no,
corner.
we won't go. Why should I fight? I'm black. If I don't fight like you kill it. I got my brothers
Roberta
that get killed
vehemently
and shot
unloaded
by
in
white
close
people and
quarters.
racist white cops and Klan people. We
That's
can't
some of the
vote.
most
We
of,
can't do this. We can't do that.
they know
We can't
some
drink separate water, drink
around
separate
the
food.
dock of Trump.
Wipe around and doing toilet paper. Can't be
They
buried in the
displayed
same
the now
cemetery.
forgotten
You
art
know what
of
I'm saying? But you want me
infighting.
to go fight your war? And you can't, you like I always said, you can't stick up defend me at home. Ain't no being carnivore for call me, nigga.
In the fifth
Why should I
round,
go over there and
persistent
fight?
onslaught
And all he
began
was
to
right.
bear fruit.
Some have differences of opinion on it. Jackie Robinson has an opinion about
Causing
it.
Buchanan's
You feel me?
defense to
Everyone
crack
spoke
the
on it.
scene.
Jackie Robinson has an opinion. Being a war guy, I have a difference of opinion on it myself.
The Scotsman struggled to keep
I
up
feel
with
two
the
wrongs don't
constant
make a
angle
right.
changes.
And again, at that time, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Showcased
saying?
survival
Why should I go
skills.
fight? Why should I go fight
And at times,
in the Vietnam
dared to
War?
fire back.
And my brothers and sisters are getting raped, killed, murdered.
The challenger
accused,
fought
raped,
tooth and
killed,
nail
murdered
for every
by racist
episode.
cops, Aryan Brotherhood. Cops ain't doing anything about it. Cops walking in after killing that Medgar Evans or that Emmett Till kid.
Maintaining
shot
an
him in the head.
iron grip
White
on the
people
action,
knew about it.
even in the
Racist white
13th
people did.
round.
Cops didn't do nothing about it. The governor walks in, shakes their hand. Thank you for killing
In the
that kid.
dying moments,
You
the
know what I'm
boxers
saying?
got
Yeah.
so carried away
Why should I
that they
go
ignored the bell.
fight Viet Gun and you can't see up in here? You here at home?
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
heat of the
That's
melee,
where Ali
Roberta
comes in at.
landed a low blow,
I feel him.
but the referee
I feel
didn't
him
notice,
1,000%.
ensuring that
Fast
Buchanan
forward.
could continue.
You feel
He
me?
declared a
When
technical
will you
knockout.
ever thought you will hear our country
Following
say,
the
hey,
official announcement, the Scotsman was hospitalized.
if you come
Later,
over here
Ken admitted,
and join our
every time I
military,
think
you
of
get better
Duran,
than
my
2
balls
years.
hurt.
Yeah.
Despite the
When will
controversial
you ever
ending,
thought you
Roberta
would that?
dominated throughout the contest, capturing the world championship
Man,
at
we are
21 years
going
old.
backwards.
What do you think
You
it
know
was
me?
that made
Because
you
we're going to
win?
war.
Tu corazón.
It's going to happen. It
It
might not happen 1 year from now.
entrarán
I
hechos.
said within 5 years, if that, we'll be at
The
war.
newly crowned king had no
Five,
intention
ain't that
of
long.
keeping the division
5
stable.
years.
In 1973,
5
he had a
years no
whopping
longer,
8
or no,
rounds.
maybe less. I guarantee you we'll be at war. I
One
promise.
particularly
I
memorable
guarantee it.
encounter was with the
I
funky
guarantee it.
Japanese boxer.
I don't want that to happen. It will happen.
Ishimatsu.
I
Duran
guarantee it's
practiced
gonna happen.
his
They
pullback
tell you
counter.
now it's gonna happen. They tell you the main general that's underneath the
Defensive
president. He
evasion.
said it. He said, I
They
guarantee
polished
you,
multi-level combinations
by
to a shine.
2025, no later than 27, we will, not maybe,
By the
not
tenth
hopefully
stretch,
not.
he found an opening.
He said we will be at
dropped
war
the
with
resilient
China
challenger.
or Russia in 2020, no later than 2025 or even
True to his
2027.
berserker nature,
Maybe
Red Scott
2024.
but was
Remember, you heard it
second
yourself.
again.
I heard it. I watched it over and over and over again.
The
That's why I know I
samurai
heard it.
spirit wouldn't allow him to stay down.
And he's the same
Only
guy.
after the fifth knockdown
He's the
did
main
referee
general that's
finally
beneath
intervene.
under the president. Whatever he says, the president does.
The
And
Japanese
there's
fighter
no,
would go on to become
there's
a
no
champion
incompetent
eventually.
president than the one we got now.
Yeah.
After 5 successful
But hold
title
on, though.
defenses
After that point, it's not going to matter. You have to fight back.
and an
You feel me?
eventful
It's gonna
retirement,
happen.
conquering the
That
film
general,
industry as
he's
an actor.
appointed
Among
under
his
the
credits are roles in
All
movies
the
by
other
Steven
little governors and
Spielberg
generals
and Ridley
on
Scott.
in all other different states and countries. It's
In
happening. It's
1974,
civil war happening right
the
now.
Panamanian
Texas is
juggernaut
riding
kept
against
the
federal
busy
government.
schedule,
Government's
striking
riding
while
against.
the iron
That's the
was
fall
hot.
of Rome, nigga. That's Rome all over again.
In
How
March,
did
a
Rome fall?
daredevil emerged
How did
in
Rome
his path,
fall?
capable of
Rome
derailing
fell
the freight
10
train.
nations.
From 41 and
10
1, Esteban de
tribes.
Jesus
All
also
got
knew
together
how to
and
throw heat.
it still took something from the inside to destroy Rome.
And most
That's
importantly,
how
and
powerful
wobbled
Rome
Duran
was.
2 years earlier.
It took 10 different nations plus some Romans
Ultimately
from
winning
the
the
inside
decision over
to
the
destroy
Panamanian.
Rome.
In their rematch
That's
with
how
Bell,
Rome fell.
seeing that
Right,
Roberto
right.
had
That's how
won
America
their
might
first
fall.
encounter.
They say it's
It's
looking
He
at
no,
did
all the
strike
signs
same
are there.
place twice.
It's Babylon all over again. You feel me?
Nevertheless, Duran was undeterred by his shaky start. In the second round, he landed a compact left. followed up with a flurry, ate a counter, and caught the raise with the lead hand. Now defensively responsible, the champion closed the distance, dictating the terms on the inside. Where he stood unmatched. At times, the challenger made his presence known.
I mean, think about it.
Roberta
When every time we hear our country say that.
Never, right? Never.
Now, I believe everybody has a right to come over.
Every inch.
I don't care where you're from. Everybody has a right to have a good life.
Yeah.
Every child has a right to eat and live good. You got
And
to right.
greedily claiming each
Yeah, right.
exchange.
Everybody has a right to come over and
Going
live.
into the seventh,
But what you
as
don't
the
have a
bond
right
began
to
to
play
falter
people like
under a
cattle.
heap of rocks.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Santa Claus the Santas did.
Yeah.
That's what Santa Claus the Santas did.
Now, surrender
Yeah.
was not
That's what
his
he did.
vocabulary.
Sending everybody all over the
Later,
place.
he even put the
You know what I'm saying?
champion on
You
his
don't do that to
heels,
people.
instigating
You
a
know what I'm saying?
scuffle in the
That's
phone
you
booth.
playing with, if you ain't livestock, that's life.
Yeah.
You're playing with. Now you're saying if you come over here and fight or join our military, knowing that they could be dead. You see what I'm trying to tell you?
Lashed out
They only did that because we're going to be in war.
In the 11th round,
If you join our
Davis
military, you
finally
get your
realized
feathers. And guess
the
what?
direness
Let's not
of this
forget we're going to be in
situation.
war in about a year. So you have to go fight. You see?
Yeah.
Before, they didn't say that before. Hey,
Avenging
if
his
that's the
only
case,
career
why did you let
blemish, the
somebody,
champion
why
once
did
again
you let
proved
people
that
come in
although the
before?
body might
Yeah.
fail,
Think about that one. Think about that for a minute.
That's
his
true.
mind
Why did you
remains
let people come in
unhealed.
before and then join the military and then get the papers? Why now? Why now all of a
Following
sudden?
the spirit of the times,
Because we're going to
performed
war
almost
soon,
every
that's why.
month, but only a portion
And
of
you
his
know, they hope
fights
you
from the
vote,
mid-70s
you
were
get.
caught on film.
That's why. That's fuck. That. Why
In
not?
his 50th outing,
Why didn't you take the border out and let it come over already?
touch on his image
Or
with a
why
trendy
didn't you make that
hairstyle.
option
The
years
challenger,
ago?
Ray Lightning Lampkin,
Why now?
kept
I tell
flashing
you why.
for 14
Because we're
rounds.
almost going to war. That's why. A lot of people won't join from here.
Powerless against the champions.
People from here won't join. Because they don't believe in it. They don't want to fight. This country's too lazy. We're too free. No one's going to want to join the U.S. military to go fight.
No, the numbers
Embellishing
way
the
down.
canvas.
The numbers are
You'll
way
be
down. Think
hospitalized
about
and
this.
stay unconscious
This
for
new
half an hour.
generation of the United States of America is not going to just jump up and my grandfather fought in World War II. And I'm not even gonna run down here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My grandfather fought. I'm not gonna run down there. I'm not in a choice. I'm gonna fight. Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I'm saying though, because I know they was destroying my country. What I'm saying though is I'm not gonna just jump up and run down there and join. And my grandfather was in World War II. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I'm very good, and I'm also very patriotic.
Duran went
I
to the
talk about it all day
hospital
long.
and spent the entire night by the bed of his
Imagine
fallen
somebody who don't
adversary.
have nobody in the military.
In 1975,
Imagine
the hands of
somebody
stone were
who's
still
not
just as
patriotic
destructive.
like you or me.
Right.
Your
So
average
the number of
hoodie, the
victims
average
under the rubble
Norteño,
exonerably
Sereno,
grew.
someone is doing their own thing. That's what you hear a
The
lot.
sixth champion
In
of
this country, I'm just
Mexico,
doing my own
Leoncio
thing.
Ortiz,
You're
Yeah.
too
dared to
free.
break the
Yeah.
trend.
You're too free. You tell me somebody who's just gonna jump up and go join the military and they think we're at war almost. It's not gonna happen.
He
So what do
intercepted
you do?
incoming shots.
Hey, anybody who wants to come over here, they
And,
can.
thanks to his
Just join our
adamantium chin,
military.
dragged Duran
Each
into
paper
deep
in 2
waters.
years. And you're not gonna tell them we're gonna be at war soon.
Another group of terrorists just tried to blow up Israel
Even
prison.
the long
He
gone
got a
15th
little missile in
round,
his backyard. They shot it down.
Panamanian
They were
had
there
no
trying to launch it
desire
at
to
his
live
house.
to the judges.
His house in his backyard.
Drilling Ortiz with a jaw-dropping uppercut 45 minutes into the affair, Roberto secured his latest career finish.
That's fucked up, dude.
What, the bubonic
In the
plague
spring
is
of
back in the United States?
1976, the
That's the
undefeated
one white
Lou
guy from the
Bizarro,
world,
on a streak of
the
23
plague.
What?
victories,
Yeah, the black plague.
awakened the hands of stone.
Yeah, your word.
They did this good documentary on it. The guy that used to wear those big
Duran
masks.
threw a couple
Yeah, I
of
seen that.
boulders
Yeah.
in
Spanish
retaliation.
war like
Yeah. He was way before that.
Black Plague, I never heard about it.
Yeah.
But Bizarro surprisingly rose from the ashes. The crowd witnessed another miracle. Yet on that night, the previously unbeaten Italian lost his combat chastity. referee didn't stop the count even after a chillingly cold KO, trying to resurrect Bizarro and keep the banquet going. Meanwhile, the Jam of Steel was eager to overthrow the king, if not dissolve. Duran captivated the female audience with signature combinations, simultaneously barbecuing the opponent's liver. A piercing body blow sent the challenger slumping against the ropes. In early 1978, the matchmakers decided to bring back the only threat to the Panamanian, Esteban de Jesus. After falling short in their rematch, the Puerto Rican managed to string together 7 wins. He claimed the WBC title and defended 3 times. The conclusion of the trilogy sparked mass excitement, since the undisputed championship laurels were also at stake.
I went out here. There's a hard guy.
Drawing lessons from the past, Duran was more cautious at the
The new
outset.
Terminator game coming out for PS5 is open world.
Watch
You
that.
gotta survive Terminators trying to kill you. It comes out next month.
Oh yeah, we gotta play that game.
That's dope.
That'd be raw to play that, dude.
Sharp style of De Jesus
Man.
forced
Don't
Roberta
have
to
to play
adjust
the
his
Terminator game.
usual.
That'd be raw.
That new boxing game.
Yeah, and the UFC
Turned out
game
that the
too.
hands of stone could not only
And
wreak
the
havoc,
UFC game too, you feel me?
Yeah.
but also mind his P's and Q's. Sting annoyingly. Correct on the counter. And reclaimed the initiative. Only by the halfway point did Roberto feel the wind in his sails and initiate a legal
Still hurt.
boarding.
Before my third time. I
Forced
still
to
feel
see
it.
the center,
That's why I need my physical
Esteban
therapy
relied
working
on
again.
sniper shots.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got clicking noise back.
The
Ah,
three-lung
shit.
Duran increased the stakes as rounds progressed.
Yeah, I think I say it's like part of like 10 nights.
Yeah.
And hit the jackpot for the 12th. An intercept caught the Puerto Rican off guard. The referee allowed the fight to continue, thus signing De Jesus's execution warrant.
Está en malas condiciones el boricua. Entonces se defiende, lo va a matar, por favor. Ese hombre no puede continuar.
Duran captured all 3 belts and put an exclamation point on their rivalry. Unfortunately, Esteban's belt gradually took a downturn from there. The boxer received a life sentence for murder, later tested positive for HIV, and was only pardoned after the disease progressed to a severe stage. When the former champion was bedridden, an old rival unexpectedly visited him. At that time, there was still belief that the virus could be transmitted through touching. Nevertheless, Duran sat next to him, kissed both cheeks, and gave a tight hug. A month later, De Jesus passed away. Following the death of a friend, Roberto wandered the streets of the city for 3 days, buying destitute children anything they wished for. Meanwhile, the 28-year-old Duran's record reached an
The guy who
extraordinary
ran fought
number,
out of age one day.
67-1,
Yeah,
with
catch
12
AIDS.
title defenses.
He wouldn't think about it.
Inside
Yeah,
the
got
distance.
pandemonium, got AIDS. Yeah, just a matter
Like
of whatever.
the champion, he
That's
won
him right
nearly
there.
40 bouts.
That's him right there, Phil.
Back then, not
He had
every
gotten
fight
AIDS
was
later in life,
sanctioned
right?
as an official defense,
Right? Yeah.
leaving nothing
Yeah,
but
yeah.
scorched
Yeah,
earth
and
behind.
he
He decided to
wouldn't
move up to the welterweight division.
Month later, he did.
I went undefeated for
Yeah,
8 years as a world champion.
Yeah.
I raged through fights, tearing apart everyone who stood in my way. Nobody could beat me. I practically felt invincible. Gaining 12 extra pounds, Roberto jumped 2 weight classes to the prestigious welterweight division, eager to secure his client a quick path to the title. Omnipresent Don King set up a showdown with the former WBC belt holder, Carlos Palomino.
One has got him.
While being a champion, the Mexican instilled fear with a lethal left hook. Defended the trap 7 times, and only lost it in his last outing.
That's the down for round 1.
The majestically maned Duran dulled the enemy's reactions. Stayed a step ahead both inside and at long range. Therefore, Palomino sought his chance on the counter. But not too predictable. And was stopped by a textbook 1-2. Swinging side to side, Roberto unleashed his arsenal upon every anatomical structure available. Yet Palomino didn't even twitch his mustache of steel. Standing firm in the storm, he got back to his game plan. Be that as it may, Duran shone in every aspect that night. Turning commentators into followers of his cult. Right overhand. A nasty uppercut.
Oh wow, I guess they're making a new PS5. I guess they're making a new PS5 next year. Maybe this Christmas. It's PS5 Pro, and I guess that's like more CDs, more memory.
And an exceptional fight IQ were on display.
He looks fake right there, guy with that video game.
What allowed Palomino to make
looking at the guy, the other guy, right there, the white.
Yeah.
I can't believe you look at the PS5 game right there, don't you?
He does.
Roberto celebrated the convincing
He
victory,
moved like stiff.
punching
I
the
don't know,
door
yeah.
to the throne room. Leading up to the biggest showdown in his career, Duran helped Sylvester Stallone prepare for the rematch in Rocky II.
That's Rocky II. That's Roberta Duran. I never knew that.
Oh shit.
You can't catch that little squirt, Mickey. I never knew that was Roberta Duran. I found out years ago, though. I found out years ago.
Following his victory at the Olympics, and a quick one at that.
Yeah, that was something special, boy.
Oh, they weren't wearing headgear there either.
Yeah, he took it on and off.
Okay.
Sugar entered the big
Yeah,
game.
there's years, the time they had it, tonight they didn't. There's years. I think, I wonder why that is.
Man in the blink of an eye.
There's a loss, James.
Leonard embodied the ideal boxer.
Remember that person that put the first brain hat on you a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, brain chip, whatever. Now that person can now move a computer mouse with their mind.
That's weird, dude.
Impenetrable defense with cat-like instincts. That seamlessly turned into overwhelming offense. Unmatched speed. Multiplied by lethal combinations. He was perfect. In addition, Sugar was not just another champion, but a true national superstar. With his good guy reputation, the American regularly appeared on popular TV shows, shot in commercials, and was rightfully considered Muhammad Ali's successor. They disliked each other at first sight, and the political situation surrounding the ownership of the Panama Canal added fuel to the fire. Tensions between the U.S. and Panama led to a mutual xenophobic rhetoric. As was common at the time, the thought was marketed in the States with a us versus them flavor, where on one side was the country's darling, a charming intellectual with a luminous smile.
Somebody said it's like being hit by a rock to be hit by this guy. Scared?
Dissonant.
And on the other, a foreign macho man with rough manners.
Yo no vengo a hacer payasadas como ese que está ahí. I'm not here to be a clown.
Coming in as an underdog, Roberto gladly embraced the role of the villain.
Leonard should be happy I didn't hit him in the street. He had so many bodyguards around him in the United States, so I couldn't hit him. He should bring them over here in the ring with him.
In order to ruffle Ray's feathers and make him brawl on fight night, the Panamanian hired a spy who called him every time Leonard's wife went out shopping. Then Duran would show up and shout that he planned to sleep with her after killing her husband.
Bother me as a guy.
Those card, post the card letter?
Yeah.
And,
You already made the post or something.
Yeah, it's card.
Right.
Card.
And
Yeah.
I was going to get him back.
The key bout of the decade and one of the cornerstones in the entire history of boxing took place at the Olympic Stadium in Montreal, gathering 46,000 lucky fans. Risking his own head, Duran cut angles to close in on the mobile target. And rattled the champion already in the second frame. Leonard's shoulder roll negated the right cross, but proved useless against the left hook. To the dismay of those present, Ray did not rely on his signature footwork, facing the aggressor head-on instead.
Yeah, this fight was a good fight. I didn't see the first one, I seen the second one.
Closing shut the telephone booth, where he felt like a wolf in a chicken coop.
Yeah, you see that fight, he's fighting his fight.
Even in open space, he caught the champion with a sweet pull counter.
Wow.
Leonard made slight adjustments in the fifth and began to step it up. A leaping hook. A solid uppercut switch. Blistering combination. And tit-for-tat haymaker. Sugar also paved the way to the liver and relied on his lightning speed in close quarters. Yet he was out of his element, and this type of dogfight is where Duran has always thrived. Leaving no shots unanswered. The hands of Stone escalated the level of violence. Still, Sugar didn't melt. Minutes in, and the collision of supermassive fighters' testicles triggered gravitational waves of exchange.
Spaghetti?
They absorbed inconceivable damage. But it was the Panamanian Pulsar who consumed all the space.
This was a good fight. This is the first fight. I didn't see the whole one. I'm just watching clips now. Obviously, there's no way for our time, but this was one of the best fights in the world. Roberta Duran versus Sugar Ray Leonard, boy. Man, we're fight number one. Sugar Ray Leonard fought his fight. He said it is boxing. The rematch, he boxed. That's a famous no mas fight. He quit. Roberta Duran.
Bombing the midsection.
Yeah, quit. It was a great fight, man. Took a lot out of Leonard, man, but Leonard was great, man. Leonard, like everybody knew who Sugar Ray Leonard was.
Yeah.
American kid, golden boy. He was the golden boy before Dr. De La Hoya. He was the American man. He was like a baby out.
And returned the favor.
He wasn't considered like an Ali, but he was like a smaller version of Ali.
Uncorked a left hook.
Yeah. When Ali was fading away, Sugar Ray Leonard was the baby Ali. But he had his own style. He had his own way. He was like an Ali's shadow, like Larry Holmes was. And Sugar Leonard had his own
personality.
His own thing.
He had a good personality.
Yeah, Pepsi commercials.
Yeah.
He was the golden boy before Oscar De La Hoya.
Look at Moon Knight.
Yeah, he's garbage, dude. He's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Moon Knight. He's drinking moonshine. He's drinking moonshine.
Yeah. Inconceivable damage.
Moonshine. Moon Knight.
But it was the Panamanian Pulsar who consumed all the space.
Didn't accept his offer. He didn't stay retired.
Why he retired hella early, dude?
Burning with the desire to flatline the champion, Duran stuck to his ferocious ways in the club.
He's only 26 years old or 27.
Why is he
Taking
down so
lumps out of
young?
each
I
other,
don't know.
both came inches away from the
Yeah, you
abyss of
started.
I think he
unconsciousness.
don't want to lose. He wants to
The
be known as
retreating
the
Leonard
best.
tried to win
He's
his
not.
fight,
Still known
dominating the
as
midsection.
undefeated. I don't know.
He's not.
No.
I just found out about him already retired.
Now that it's time to fight all these big fighters, and I don't know.
Roberto digested the offerings with ease, increasing his military output.
Unless you want to brain me, this is probably what I'm saying.
Sugar held firm.
Tokester, learn how to edit a video, man. Yeah, this is amateur
And
stuff.
returned the favor.
No, someone else. Someone else said that to Tokester.
Feeling that he might be behind on points, Ray pressed the issue in the 14th.
And Tokester trading with Mike Tyson's former sparring partner.
He seems to sense that he needs this.
Roberto wasn't in the mood to share the spoils and unhooked a
He
left
said he's
hook.
not happy about Pacquiao announcing a rematch.
Forced to take a back step again, the American unleashed his trademark
I think they
uppercut.
are.
He said, I'm not going to say he's right
The
or wrong.
supercharged
What the heck?
projectile known as the Bolo Punch dinged the Panamanian's
He's
noggin,
mad because
opening the
Mayweather
final
took his
stretch with a
shine.
pair of gloves.
Pacquiao.
Ring gladiators picked up with a left hook.
Pacquiao missed it first. He got jealous.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Leaving on the cards,
He wants to
Duran
be the A
fought
side.
his invincibility, playing with Leonard.
Anyone Pacquiao thinking he's the A-side.
Presenting a target on a silver platter at the end,
He's all already passed away. Roger.
he casually danced his way to the
Back
bell.
2018 or whatever.
Roberto Duran, the new welterweight champion of the world. The bout became an instant classic, entering history books as the Brawl in Montreal. Albeit mockingly, but Roberto still gave credit to his nemesis.
Do you respect Leonard?
Howard Cosell. The great Howard Cosell.
Yeah, you my friend now.
He reminds me of the great man John Madden or Howard or Gene Oakland in wrestling.
Best you ever fought. See?
That was one of Leonard's mistakes, thinking he could knock me out. And that's what got him. He couldn't do anything, because when he was hitting Roberto Duran, he was hitting a stone wall.
We congratulate him again on his victory. This fight is inch for inch and pound for pound of all time. Congratulations.
3 days later, Roberto landed in Panama City on the presidential plane to be welcomed right on the runway. The government organized a grand parade with 700,000 people celebrating their fellow countrymen. The festivities continued for almost a month. From now on, Duran was a demigod in Panama, with limitless possibilities. Long dreaming of a singing career, he decided to seize his opportunity.
Panama Canals there.
Yeah.
They opened up some, it's like a sailing thing so you can get across the world without having to go all the way around.
Savoring the fruits of his success,
So, yeah,
Roberto
ships
spent
leave
days
Europe
on
and
end
across.
partying, ending up in peculiar situations. One time he got so drunk that he reportedly knocked out a horse in a bet. As a result, the boxer ended up in a hospital with dislocated fingers. Considering such a wild lifestyle, it's not surprising that Duran completely lost his shape. So when a sudden call came in with an offer for a rematch, the former lightweight already weighed north of 195 pounds. The first encounter drew massive attention, so the godfather of boxing, Don King, was chomping at the bits to set up a sequel.
Everybody rush out to Close Circuit and get their tickets because this is going to be World War IV.
The second act of the play took place 5 months later, with New Orleans being the venue. Ray Charles warmed up the crowd, getting 60,000 spectators ready for the upcoming battle. Roberto was intent to make it a skirmish again. However, the light-footed Ray wasn't going to repeat his mistakes.
He's quick. I don't think he's scary. I don't think
Sugar
he's
pierced the foe
frustrated.
from a distance.
I think he got boxed.
Caught him on the retreat.
Sir Leonard kept boxing, moving. He didn't stand toe-to-toe with him like he did before. He kept moving, running off ropes,
And tied him up in clinches.
They got goals, held him.
Duran looked too sluggish after a 40-plus pound weight cut.
That boxing in the ground. Boxing in the ground. Boxing in the ground. Like little short shots. That's what Mike should have did.
Those eyes that used to stare at someone and stare you down were now just like lost.
By the middle rounds, Leonard found his groove and
It's a great letter for you.
unable to put up with more antics.
Well, I haven't seen this outside.
Yeah, fucking with him. Like a bop.
In the eighth stretch, the Panamanian shocked the world.
Very good around there. He's saying, I don't understand what's going on here. He tripped around. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
The audience was
Shock
ready for
everybody.
anything, but seeing Roberta
Yes,
Duran
sir.
surrender,
He's still fired on him.
something unimaginable.
He's still fired on
The
him.
next morning, news outlets came out with "No Mas" on the
mas.
front page.
Duran
In
quits
Spanish,
today.
it means "no more," a phrase that Duran supposedly said before quitting. Later, it would be revealed that the commentator made it up, but these words would be a stain on Roberto's reputation forever.
Yeah,
I've never seen this young man behave in this manner. I've been with him 9 years. He's been through tough fights, and I was absolutely astounded. I wish I could give you an honest answer.
No amount of money, there's nobody that could do anything that would help this man with the destruction of his reputation or the doubt that's been cast upon his reputation.
Leonard didn't come to fight. Leonard came to clown around when he saw I was weak. That's all.
No,
I said, well,
that's the
I'm
name
not
of the game.
competing.
Does this mean the end of boxing for Roberta?
Yes, I'm not fighting anymore.
This is final, permanent retirement.
Definitivo. Definitely, I'm not fighting anymore.
This time, the Panama City airport was empty. Fans perceived "No Mas" as a national humiliation.
Wow.
And many who had bet their hard-earned money on the boxer were hungry for retribution.
Wow.
Roberto's house was pelted with stones. His cars
Yeah,
were
kill him.
smashed to pieces.
God damn.
Worrying about being assaulted,
Yeah, kill
he
him,
only
dude.
ventured outside,
Oh, man.
accompanied by his pet lion named Vala. Whenever the two went for a walk, the streets instantly emptied. Duran thought about leaving boxing, but life outside the ring proved unbearable for him. Unwilling to leave that pivotal night behind, he grew antisocial. That's when the former world champion's wife came to his aid. My wife tells me, "Duran, you have to fight again. I would like to fight Leonard, but I know that's not going to happen." She said, "No, you have to start again." The comeback wasn't easy for 30-year-old Duran. After changing his coaching staff, he decided to move up to the 154-pound light middleweight division. The hands of stone were still heavy. But the pressure wasn't as excruciating as it once was. He made the walk 5 times in the span of a year, winning 3 and losing 2 on points. Many had already written him off as a gatekeeper, when in his 80th bout, he faced the former weight class king, Pipino Cuevas. With his eyes on the prize, Duran worked the opponent's body with uppercuts.
Good right for Duran.
Found the mark with snappy 1-2s.
Good right hand. Duran second. Good right by Duran.
And maintained composure in the clinch.
Got hit a good little jump by Duran. They're going at it. This is the slugfest, people.
The Mexican with a 90% knockout rate
Good right hand.
proved powerless against the Panamanian's precision. Roberto allowed the battered Cuevas to get his licks in.
Cuevas did hit back to
Said, "Now it's my turn," and blew him out of the water.
But Duran's going after him again. Cuevas against the rope. Down for the second time. And he did in the Tommy Earn. I was surprised by his punching power.
Do you plan to fight for the title?
But can he do it against a new and young champion?
This victory granted Duran a rendezvous with the WBA champion Davey Moore. The unbeaten American boasted a streak of 9 finishes. Has secured 3 title defenses in just the past year. And was 8 years younger. Despite Duran's recent success, he was given almost no chances against the young talent. Duran got the lead hand going from the gate. Then added the right. Checked the gut. adjusted his aim, and fired down the pipe. The glee of the crowd woke up the good old hands of stone. However, the champion wasn't about to go out that easily, getting into a brawl of smoking gloves. Roberto uncorked a cross early in the third and hungrily dug his teeth into the liver. Moore unloaded as best he could. But the challenger's elusive chin had seen worse. When they traded in close, Duran would masterfully change levels. Now, fully dictating the terms of engagement. Late in the seventh stretch, the battered Moore entered an area of turbulence and went for a hard landing. Slipping the jab and shooting point blank. The Panamanian reminded everyone why he got his nickname 15 years ago. The sturdy champion regained his posture and proved that some fighters are just too tough for their own good.
That's it.
An endless barrage of blows with the pleas of the commentators finally convinced the referee to allow Moore to return to his family. Duran massacred the ambitious champion and captured his third weight class title. 2.5 years after the No Mas fiasco, he was back on top and made 2 million Panamanians feel proud once again. Redemption was achieved. I was reborn. I was God once more. God to the people of Panama. Worshipped in